I got 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Next I have is approval of today's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes of April 3rd.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented for April 3rd, 2023.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of April 10th.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Still at 9:01. Couple seconds here. I'm sure it'll get there. Let's do the possible action on Friends of Pine Lakes with Maryland. So we tabled that last week.
Right.
Come on up.
Okay.
And since then, we've talked to Deb. And Deb has come up with quite a few resources, it sounds
Right.
like.
Right, she listed those for me. Other members of the group and I will be following up on all of those. Some of them I already have and have set up meetings, but you have suggested I talk to Wes Weiss. So I contacted him. He said, sorry, our budget is already really tight. He doesn't have any extra helpers for us either.
Okay,
So, that was a dead end as far as any funding, which I kind of anticipated that. Also, just for your info, I contacted Tim Ellerding with the Hardin County Endowment Foundation, but of course, they're done for the year. We'd have to come back again next year by February, so.
And when
Okay.
is it that you need this money then?
I'm not sure, one of the other members is checking on that. So, yeah, I'm not too sure how quickly we're gonna need that, but we'll see. And then I contacted Aaron Budwig also, and
Okay.
he had some suggestions for us. So
okay,
Okay.
pretty much, we're just gonna have to, as members, each take some of that and move forward. But also a suggestion was made that we contact Annette Sweeney and Josh Meggers, because this is a state park
yes,
and it's within their constituency. So,
Sure.
they should be aware of what we're doing. They should be aware of the need
Mhm.
and maybe think about helping us out, pushing for a little state money
They're not budgeting enough to
Right.
take care of state parks.
to take care of it, which is absolutely true. So,
okay.
all right, so
Right.
thank you. That's all I
Yeah,
have
thank you
for
for the
you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
And if we have any more suggestions, I'm sure Deb will reach out to you.
Yes. Deb has been a good resource.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and open the public hearing for the proposed max levy fiscal year 2023-24. Anybody in the room? We can go ahead and unmute everybody.
Already done.
Is there any public comments?
Can't see that part.
I've had one written request. They want to know to the average person how much this increase would be. That's a tough answer without. We deal with rural services, we deal with general services. Is it residential? Is it agriculture? Is it commercial? Everything has a factor that puts into everything. So I don't want to give a definite answer.
And then when you add if you're a city resident, what cities are gonna levy, what the school districts are gonna levy.
Well, but I mean, even you could figure with just this, but
Right.
still, it's just too early.
And then with people, I assume some residents are going to contest their valuations. So things could fluctuate up and down for sure.
So the total increases for the general fund was 624,000. It was actually a decrease in the general basic, but an increase in general supplemental. Part of that general supplemental increase is we moved secondary roads, Pike and Ipers, which it should have been there the entire time, but that allows them more funding ability out there in their department for roads.
And it spreads it across the greater.
Yes.
Right.
Population of taxpayers as well.
The other one, I know Thomas increased 100,000. Is that correct, Thomas? You want to explain why?
Sure.
I mean, you had a few things that increased.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
Yeah, so one of the increases is partially my salary, then the commission approved an assistant in the office. There's still a lot to do in the office, and as one person, I'm not able to accomplish all of those. And then we were approved, I've been approved to go out to the national conference again out in California, so we always have to budget and then get reimbursed. Also, we're keeping the truck until it is at 200,000, so our, by the time we get that far, we increase the amount that we're holding back, putting aside for the new truck, as that value continues to go up, and we won't be able to know what that is. And then we also added in the $40,000 contract for our mitigation. So the mitigation plan for the county is a 5-year project. Every 5 years it has to be done. And we ran into some issues with that over the transition of time when I was coming down and the other one was leaving. And so we didn't get people signed on to that. So we're pushing the company, the contractor, to get it done before October 30th, so that all the communities can be signed back on and make sure they're in the federal funding. So that actually ended up being more than the 40. It ended up, because of our time frame that we were pushing them to, ended up being 46,000. But we've started that project. And then we are also still in the middle of our regional hazmat grant dollars. That money is going to move over, but we're still going to be paying that out. And then we increased our repairs, and we also added in to our emergency fund and our emergency equipment, which is the stuff that we use in the event of a disaster. We can, or an emergency where we need to get a piece of equipment. That gives us enough to be able to get the piece of equipment in. Last year, this year, I guess, we got a new light tower generator, LED light tower, to run during the night when we're on emergency scenes. And then we also purchased that million BTU max heater that will heat a whole building and we used it over at the county annex building this winter when the heat was out. But anytime we can take that out, we can hook it up to the jail. If we run out of heat there, we can take it out to a country building and heat a warehouse, like a machine shed or whatever, and make whatever work and keep it heated. We can take it to the hospital or to nursing homes. We've got that all. So that's the reason for it. And most of that increase is probably in the assistant.
Okay. So we're still in the public hearing. If there are any other public comments, people can unmute themselves. There are no public comments. I can entertain a motion to come out of the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded and to close public hearing. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the proposed max levy for fiscal year 2023-24.
Lance, I'll make a motion to approve the max property tax dollars resolution as presented.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have a set time and date for 23-24 budget.
Did we
year.
miss one? Yours was to approve the property tax dollars resolution, correct, BJ?
It was, yeah.
Okay,
That was
then
a
we
motion.
need to approve the proposed max levy. So I'll make a motion to approve the proposed max levy for fiscal year 23-24.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Next set time and date for fiscal year 2023-2024 budget hearing. And do you have the time and date?
9:02 February. April 24.
Okay, I make a motion to set the time and date for the budget hearing for the fiscal year 2023-24 budget hearing for April 24th, 9:02 a.m., the large conference room of the Hardin County Courthouse.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve utility permit UT 23010 Dumont telephone.
Lance, I make a motion to approve UT 23010 for the Dumont Telephone Company.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next we have is an appointment of Reese Penning. We also had a resignation from Leonard Penning. And they found Reese to replace him
Okay,
for Grant Township.
all right. I will make a motion to appoint Reese Penning as the Grant Township trustee.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? We'll have to do the resignation right away too.
Correct.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. I'd have to entertain that motion.
Lance, I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Leonard Penning as Grant Township trustee.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is to approve the BPTC credit abatements for 2021.
I will make a motion to approve the BPTC credit abatements for 2021 as presented.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I guess I just have a question as to why all the abatements.
they're on those abatements, you will see the reason.
Right,
A
there are
lot of
some that
those did
are,
not transfer through Tyler to the state.
so we're retroactively approving something that the technology didn't account for. They're owed and determined to be applicable, but just didn't.
So it
transfer
matched
over.
with the tax, the abstract of taxes and what was sent from the state and everything, but
We upload those reports to the state from Tyler. And not all of those properties got loaded, and it's right in that explanation line, about a third of the way down.
Yeah,
So we needed to go back and correct those to make sure that they got those credits.
Is there any way to
It would
catch that
balance.
beforehand?
you have,
You know,
What'd you say?
is there any way to
Well,
catch that?
it's
ideally,
beforehand?
ideally, Tyler, the system would catch it and.
no, I mean, when you're figuring taxes, you have to balance all that stuff too.
Okay.
Anyway, neither here nor there.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Thanks.
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is consideration to authorize HR to negotiate and extend offer of employment for position of administrative assistant to the Board of Supervisors based on the HR's top recommendation. I had it worded this way. I know HR interviewed the candidates and gave us a series 1, 2, and 3. You've all seen it. If it's something different you want, you can make the motion that way. If this is the motion you want, you can accept this one. If you want to table it, you can table it. I just threw it on there. If you want to move forward.
I'll make a motion to authorize Ehlers and Cooney to negotiate and extend an offer of employment for the position of administrative assistant to the Board of Supervisors.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, I think Mike.
Yeah,
did conduct-
candidate 1, 2, and
Right,
3.
yeah, and then he had prioritized the quality of the candidate, so I like this, actually, so
So you want the top candidate?
preferably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so candidate number 1, that's what I want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of recorder's monthly report, March.
I will make a motion to approve the recorder's monthly report for the month of March.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of Sheriff's Department monthly report.
I'll make a motion to approve Sheriff McDaniel's, or acknowledge receipt of Sheriff McDaniel's monthly report for the month of March.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of auditor's monthly report, March.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge receipt of the auditor's monthly report for the month of March.
Second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is change of statuses.
I'll
Make a motion to approve the change of status for Dale Johnson. It's a promotion. It's a jail sergeant, full-time. It says, at 24.71 an hour.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, I will make a motion for the hiring of Brooke Muldoon, accounts payable clerk in the auditor's office at a rate of $20 an hour, effective April 17th.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Next, I'll make a motion for the hiring of Chandra Kite, payroll official in the auditor's office at a rate of $25.13 an hour.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, I'll make a motion for a pay increase for Tanner Lashide in the auditor's office at a rate of $21.25 an hour.
Second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Another business.
I have nothing.
And nothing.
Taylor?
Annual, when can we move to 410s? I'd like to do either next week or the week after. That's usually when we've done them, and the roads seem to be in good condition right now, so
Have we even had frost boils this year?
no.
I don't
It's
think
also
we
been
have.
Grundy, but not very many. Yeah,
Kind of weird year.
take what you get.
Yep.
So,
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yep. I figured it'd be terrible.
That's all I got, unless you guys are opposed to it. I'll switch it here in the next couple weeks.
So whatever you
No,
think.
All right, good. We can start summer work.
All
Perfect, thank you.
you're on, you're off the winter route already
Yes.
Okay.
Today, as of today.
as of today. Okay. Any other business? Public comments. Nobody's left in here. Did anybody sign up? Okay. Moving on to adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries for adjournment.